This just in, hot off the press. Today we're talking about Wealthsimple Crypto. Yesterday, Wealthsimple officially announced a completely new product that honestly kind of caught me by surprise. Wealthsimple Crypto. Yep, you heard that right. Wealthsimple has officially opened the doors to the crypto world. So today I'd like to give you guys all of the details that I currently have access to and get you up to speed on what the heck this actually is. Cryptocurrencies have certainly come a long way from the time a guy traded 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 large Papa John's pizzas 8 years ago, which is worth $125,853,143 Canadian dollars today. I hope those pizzas were good, bro. First, I'd like to talk about why Wealthsimple even added this new feature to trade cryptocurrencies. In some respects, it seems like a natural extension of their already tech-friendly platform, but I wanted to know more. Fortunately, I was able to find this quote from Michael Katchen, the CEO, who shed some light on this decision. He stated, "There's a significant amount of interest around cryptocurrency in Canada, but there are a lot of barriers to safely buy and sell these assets on a Canadian platform. With Wealthsimple Crypto, we saw an opportunity to do what we do best. Remove those barriers by giving Canadians access to an affordable, easy, and secure crypto product that is built for everyone." That made the announcement of this product a lot more clear to me because Wealthsimple has basically built an entire brand around breaking down barriers in the investment industry. When they launched Wealthsimple Invest, they were essentially eliminating the process whereby you had to go into a bank branch and speak to a financial advisor who was probably just going to give you a lengthy sales pitch anyway. And with Wealthsimple Trade, they were breaking down the barrier of costly commissions on people who wanted to trade stocks. These were two moves that completely changed the Canadian investment landscape. And now with Wealthsimple Crypto, it looks like they're trying to do the exact same thing, but in the world of cryptocurrencies. If you're someone who's traded crypto before, then you probably know that there's kind of a few hoops you have to jump through to get started. And to you, it might not seem that bad, but to the kind of everyday person, it's probably enough to prevent them from getting started trading cryptocurrencies. They'll most likely say no thanks when they see what the process is to get set up. So it looks like with Wealthsimple Crypto, they're looking to bring this access to the masses. So what exactly is Wealthsimple Crypto? Wealthsimple Crypto is going to be a feature that is added to the already existing Wealthsimple Trade app. So there won't be another platform or app you have to download. It will just be a separate section of that app. And on the app, you will be able to trade 2 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Etherium, which are the 2 largest cryptocurrencies. Wealthsimple has stated that these are the 2 currencies they are starting out with, but that they may continue to add more in the future. And you'll also be able to trade these coins 24/7 on the app. Sign up is supposed to take just a few minutes, and there's no minimum dollar amount you need to start trading. And Wealthsimple is also not going to charge commissions on trades or on deposits or on withdrawals. So just like with Wealthsimple Trade, you're probably wondering how the heck are they gonna make money on this? Well, I definitely have some information on that for you, but for now, I'd kind of like to talk about how this is all actually going to work within the app when you place a trade. So from my understanding, if you'd like to place a trade to buy Bitcoin, for example, here's how it would work. You'd create your account, deposit money, and then place a trade to buy Bitcoin. Where and how would this trade take place? Interestingly, Wealthsimple has decided to partner with a company called Gemini. And guess who started Gemini? You may be familiar with them if you saw The Social Network. The Winklevoss twins. Oops, that's just the actors. Hold on. Here's them in real life. Hold up, wait a second here. So the Winklevoss twins went from having Facebook basically stolen from them to getting into the crypto world? Yep, and it turns out that they're actually cryptocurrency billionaires. After the Facebook lawsuit, they invested $11 million into Bitcoin in 2013 and were said to have held 1% of all Bitcoins at that time. Now those coins are worth more than $1 billion. So then the twins ended up starting this company called Gemini, which is a cryptocurrency exchange as well as a custodian. A custodian basically is a company that will hold the coins you purchase for you, and they'll be responsible for keeping them safe and secure. So it's very important that the custodian is legit. In the case of Gemini, Wealthsimple CEO has said there are few credible players in this space today, which is one of the ways we see an opportunity. The reality is there's a lot of complexity in delivering crypto securely, and Gemini has become the de facto credible custody platform in North America. They are regulated, they're audited, they are definitely the farthest along with respect to maturity and credibility from controls and regulation. So long story short, if you decide to place a trade on Wealthsimple Crypto, it sounds like they'll more or less route your order to Gemini, who will then execute the trade on your behalf and also hold your coins for you. And then vice versa if you decide to sell those coins. And this is the way that trading stocks actually works for most people, because if I go and buy a share of Apple, I don't actually get that share in my possession unless I specifically request for them to send me my, paper certificate copy of my stock. What really happens is a broker custodian will hold on to that share for me until I'm ready to sell it. I dug into Gemini some more to see how secure they really are, and it turns out that they are licensed by the New York State Department of Financial Services to hold a customer's digital assets in trust on behalf of the customer. Essentially, the digital currency holdings are held to similar requirements and banking compliance standards as an actual bank, which I think is very rare in the crypto world from what I understand anyway. They also have $200 million worth of insurance on the assets that they hold. So I know a lot of people are very sketched out by the cryptocurrency world because there has been a lot of scams that have happened because it's a very unregulated industry. And that's kind of the whole point of cryptocurrencies in a sense. But it sounds like Wealthsimple here has really done their due diligence and they're putting security at top of mind, which makes so much sense because I really don't think that Wealthsimple will want to jeopardize its entire business that they built at this point over the sake of crypto. In fact, it actually looks like Wealthsimple is going to be working closely with cryptocurrency regulators in Canada, which is actually a really cool and great position to be in. Michael Katchen, the CEO, said, "The reality is that crypto is still a very novel space. Regulators are still understanding the role that they're going to play in this industry. Wealthsimple is trying to collaborate with the OSC to help figure out that framework going forwards. I think the fact that we come from it as a regulated entity across our various other business lines gives us a greater sensitivity and appreciation for what it means to work with regulators, how to help inform their thinking about this, and work collaboratively on a solution that's right for the industry and right for regulators too." So how do you actually get started? You'll have to open a new dedicated account for Wealthsimple Crypto. This account is a personal account and cannot be registered. It can't be a TFSA or an RRSP, at this time anyway. This account will live inside the Wealthsimple Trade app. If you already use the Wealthsimple Trade app, once Wealthsimple Crypto is live, you can toggle back and forth between your trade account to buy stocks and ETFs and your crypto account when you want to trade Bitcoin and Etherium. There's currently a waitlist for account signups. Wealthsimple has stated that they want to roll this out slowly at the beginning to make sure they're able to iron out any kinks as fast as possible. Alright, so now let's turn our attention back to the question of how is Wealthsimple going to make money on this? And on top of that, actually, you're probably wondering how the platform is going to make sure that you're getting a good price on Bitcoin or Ethereum. So Wealthsimple is going to make money by participating in a portion of the price spread. A spread is the difference between the current spot price of the coin you're looking to trade versus the total transaction price. Think of it like buying a foreign currency. If you wanted to exchange your Canadian dollars for US dollars, you would see a spread. If I look right now, I'd have to spend about 1.36 Canadian dollars to get 1 US dollar. But if I go to a bank to do the actual exchange, they'll quote me a higher price than the 1.36 because they're charging a spread to cover their costs of executing your trade. So this app is going to work the exact same way. Wealthsimple and the custodian are going to be participating on this spread in order to earn money that way. And it actually sounds like you might be able to even see the spread, so you'll know what the difference is between the actual spot price of the coin versus the end transaction result. So it'll be transparent in that way, and you'll also pay no further commissions and no fees on your deposits or withdrawals. Now on to the matter of making sure you get a good price on your coins. Wealthsimple has stated that your order will be routed through a market maker that works across multiple exchanges to get you a low price. In other words, your order will be shopping around for the best price, which is good. So this is all very new and this is all very exciting, especially for those of you who are already trading crypto, or maybe you're somebody who's interested in trading it. But I must caution you. Now that it may be easier for you to access the cryptocurrency market, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Because while massive amounts of wealth have definitely been created through things like Bitcoin, it is still very much a speculative investment. It could definitely end up being worthless. So please, manage your risk responsibly. Personally, I'd recommend allocating no more than 10% of your entire portfolio to kind of high risk speculative investments like this. I'd like to cap mine at around 5%. And basically for me, that essentially comes down to a balance between the amount being meaningful enough, but not large enough to put even a dent in my future. For example, if 5% of my portfolio is worth around $5,000, then that means that if I invested it into a very speculative investment that ended up returning, let's say, 10 times its value, that $5,000 would turn into $50,000, which is a pretty meaningful amount of money. But if it turns out that that investment went to zero, then my $5,000 would become zero, so I'd lose $5,000, which, 10 years in the future, it would be nice to still have that $5,000, but it's not gonna make or break me, And that's because I would have kept the other $95,000 invested in a responsibly diversified way. So, as more information gets released about this new feature from Wealthsimple, I will definitely love to share it with you guys. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, and definitely leave me some comments down below. I'm really curious to know what everybody thinks about this. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.